Hey guys. For those who don't know who I am, I'm the illest kitty. It's a city. K-A-T. That's me. So anyway, I'm making this video because I am in a Facebook group, and the question that came about is, do you ask your kids how you could do better, how you could be better as a parent? Do you talk to your kids about that kind of stuff, right? And so I haven't read all the comments because there's so many comments, but I know most of the answers are no. There are quite a few people that have said yes, but there are more people that say no. So I am going to, this popped in my mind, and when I made the post, I said I should have just made a damn video, because y'all know how my brain works. So anyway, before I get any further, you can follow me on Snapchat, KATCITY702. I didn't ask you to open the door, open by itself. You could also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, WordPress, all that stuff, Sin City Heat with Cat. Now, the question that I saw in the group said, do you ask your children how you could be a better parent? Respond below. I'll wait for your responses. If you do, let me see the hearts. If you don't, just say no. You're not a bad parent that you don't ask, because most parents don't ask. And I'll get into why. I'll get into a little bit. So anywho, tell me if you talk to your kids. That's the point. So when my daughter was 7 years old, I think, my mind said, I want her to know how to write letters. What if she needs to write me a letter, I go to prison? What if she's out of town, we can't talk on the phone, I need her to know how to write a letter, address it, that kind of thing. So that's where this started from for me. And I showed her how to set it up, how to set a letter up, how to write it, how to do the signature, how to open it, the body of the letter, all of that. And so my content of the letter basically said, I want to say at first I began, it was a letter every day. And then as she got older, it was like once a week or vice versa. I don't remember. But I would ask her, tell me about your day, which was at school, because I normally would just ask her when I pick her up. But I would also want her to write it out. So tell me about it was a weekly. I'm sorry, guys. So I would say, tell me about your week. She'd tell me about her week, and then I'd also say, and I'd also want to know how I was as a parent this week. If there's things I could change, things I could do better, good or bad, I want to know. I needed to know. So for years, my daughter's 20 now. For those who don't know, this is a 13-year process. I did this. Well, she's 20 now. Maybe I should have her write a letter. So I guess I did it for 10 years, 10 or 11 years, because she started at like 7. So every time she'd write me a letter, she'd be like, oh, today at school it was this, and my friend Amanda did that, and PE was this, and I ate that, and then you're a great mom, you picked me up, you paid my cell phone bill, you made me my favorite meal, you tell me you love me, you come to my games, blah, blah, blah. You show me you love me, that's what she would say. So before I tell you the update, I'm going to tell you why this is important. So, especially in the Black culture, we typically don't ask our children, because nobody really asked us when we were growing up. Nobody said, how you doing? How can I be better as a mama, grandmama, uncle? They just did their job, and if you didn't like it, you just didn't like it. It didn't matter. It's just what it was. You don't shut up. I remember times where I would try to have an opinion, and my mama would slap me in my mouth and say, stay out of grown folks' business. Stay in a child's place. Because of things I wanted to voluntarily tell her. She never did ask. Like, it might have been something like, Mom, I'm not going to eat this meatloaf because I hate meatloaf. Like, I really did. But I couldn't tell her that, because, I'm like, oh, you do it. I was going to be in trouble. So, I didn't want to be in trouble. So, as I was raising my daughter, I kept thinking to myself, my mom and my uncle who raised me, nobody really did ask us or ask me how they could be better as a parent, because I would have said things like, if the kitchen is dirty, just an example. I used to get woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning because the kitchen was dirty. Not dirty, but because I didn't mop and sweep, but I washed the dishes and did everything else. I would have said something like, punish me for that later. Don't wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, because I got to go to school at 5 o'clock in the morning. But they probably wouldn't have done that, no way. But I'm just saying, if they would have asked me, that's what I would have said. You know what I'm saying? Let us get some sleep, punish me later on at the end of the week. But they just punish me in the morning time. They just wake my ass up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. Oh, you ain't, and they did it on purpose. Like, you ain't mopped the floor. You know you got to mop the floor. You know you're supposed to sweep the floor when you get done washing dishes. Oh, you didn't? That's exactly how I went. Swear to God, I was in trouble every fucking week. But anyway, so fast forward. I think it's important that we talk to our children, and if we love them and we want to be different. Now, nobody said you had to listen to what they said and you had to change a damn thing. But when they tell you, it might make you change a damn thing. It might make you change something within you, because it might be something like, well, you don't tell me you love me enough. I wish you would hold me. I wish you would come to my game. It might be something like, I wish you would cook more time throughout the week. I wish you would take a cooking lesson because your cooking sucks. That ain't how they say it, but that might be it. It might be something like, I wish you and dad would not fight. It might be something like, I wish you and dad could co-parent together. It might be something like, I wish you could help me with my homework. Or I wish you could show me how to start a business. Or I wish you'd give me hugs more. You don't know what they're going to say. It's not always, can you buy me a cell phone? Because if it is, these are your teaching moments. So one of the comments in the group, the guy said, well, I'm a good parent. And everything he said sounded like he's a great parent. Nothing about him said no. But he said, he didn't want to ask his son or his child, I don't know if it was a son or daughter, he didn't want to ask his child anything like that because he didn't want to hear that bullshit like, I need a new cell phone. You could be a better daddy if you give me that new iPhone 49. Hey, I love some red bottles because it's going deep. That's what he said he didn't want to hear. And so I said, that's temporary. Of course, they're going to try you. I wish you would give me some more of these juicy bursts. You'll be a good mama if you got me some juicy bursts. They're going to try it. But when they try stuff like, I need a new cell phone. I wish you buy me a cell phone. You tell them if they deserve it or not. Why or why not. Explain it to them. Because then they'll understand it. And the more you ask questions about how you're doing as a parent, all that little silly stuff goes out the window. Well, kind of. This kid of mine, Lord. All the little silly stuff goes out the window. But you also build a bond with your children, and you also get an understanding of course we don't want to hear the negative shit. I was nervous every time I got the damn letter. Like, what is she going to say? Like, how could I be better? I was 16 and pregnant. Like, how can I be better? Am I bad? Am I horrible? I always felt some kind of way, right? So I was always knotted up in my stomach every time the letter was coming about. I knew it was coming. I know she's going to say something. But luckily for me, she didn't really say too many negative things about me being a parent. Now, fast forward. To my little mini-me. These good. They juicy, Joe. So, at I think 17, it was either her 16th birthday, no, her 17th birthday, or her, no, it was like her 13th birthday, 14th birthday, something like that. I don't know. It was not birthday. It was a letter around that time. Okay, and same context. How was school? How am I as a parent? There's only 6 of these in there. That's bullshit. How can I be as a parent, better as a parent? Blah blah blah. This heifer gonna tell me. Well, let me see if I can invite her. Hold on. Let me see if I can invite her. Probably not, because I want to do it. Well, she says to me, you know, you be being a good parent or whatever, and I love you. In the letter, y'all. In the letter. My heart done dropped. My stomach is in knots. It was already in knots. Now I'm reading and it don't sound like the other letters that I've been getting. So I'm like, fuck. What did I go wrong as a parent? What I gotta do? What I gotta do? I don't know. This heifer. I love you, mama. You have been a good parent for most of my life. I'm paraphrasing. But there was some things that you could have done better. Because you don't cook for me no more. You used to cook for me every day, and now you don't cook for me no more. You make me cook for myself. And I don't like that. You know, you could be a better parent by cooking for me, because you don't cook for me. I think she was 12 years old. Now that I say this story out loud. The point of the matter, first of all, I was cooking every day, all the time. And I started teaching her how to cook at like 9 or 10. And so I was slowly teaching her. And by the time she was like 12 or 13, she was fully in the kitchen cooking like me pretty much. And that was why she was cooking like me, because I was making her cook. But her letter said, I could be a better parent if I cook for her more. So anyway, I made this video for the parents who don't ask their children, who don't think to ask their children how they could be better parents, what they could do better. I know you don't want to know anything, and you don't have to change anything. You could do whatever the hell you want to, or not do whatever the hell you want to. But the gist of this is, I think it's a good practice to ask your kids. Like, if you have a relationship with your kids, you want a better relationship, because what if it's something you never thought about? Maybe it's something like, mama, you work too much and I wish you was at home, and you never thought about the fact that you work too much because you work and you paying bills. You don't even think about that. You just know you're paying bills. So now you explain to them why you working so much, and maybe you try to find solutions as to why when you aren't working, or trying to take off work, or find the things to do when you are off work, so that situation is resolved. My point of the video is, find a solution to resolve it. Listen to your kids. That's it. Nobody said you had to take anything they say at face value. The point is, ask them, because you don't know what they're going to say. And sometimes it might be just like, you might get the kid of the year that's like, mama, you great. Everything about you is perfect. You've been the best mama or the best daddy ever in the entire world, Craig. You sing to me. You sleep next to me when I'm having a bad day. You come to my games. You make my food. You buy my clothes. You comb my hair. You help me with my homework. You encourage me. You support me. You provide for me. Those are the things that they'll say to you. But you need to, sometimes as a parent, even as a parent, you need to hear that shit sometimes, okay? Because sometimes you start thinking to yourself, you're not doing good as a parent, because you are working, because you are going to school, because you are doing these things. And this conversation is either going to help improve something, or it's within you and your child, or your relationship with your children, or it is going to, and it could also help make you a better person, or it is going to show you that you're a dope ass parent, flat out. But it's nothing wrong with asking, and don't be afraid to ask, and don't react in a negative way. Your kids, they want to talk to you, and we don't talk to them enough. COVID should have had all y'all asses talking to y'all kids. This is the perfect time. Like I said, I use my situation as a double. They call it double entendre? Probably, maybe, I don't know. I don't look it up after the video. But I use the letter as a double for me. Like, I used the letter because I wanted to know how I was doing as a parent, and then I used the letter because I wanted her to know how to be able to write a letter, because I'm sure y'all ain't seen a letter come from y'all kids at the schoolhouse in a long time, because they ain't teaching that. So I was teaching that at 7, when my daughter was 7 years old, and I was 13 years ago. So I hope you learned something from this video. Share with a friend, tell a friend, okay? Because I was happy that person made that post, because the post was basically asking, do we ask our kids how we could be better as a parent, or what we could do better? And there's so many comments, and I just grazed over a few of the comments, and some of the comments were like, hell no, I'm not asking my kids shit. I don't care what I don't care, because I'm the mama, and none of daddy, and I provide, and I don't care, because if they ain't hungry and they ain't homeless, and that's what I saw. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that I think this is a better way. I think we could try something different. I don't know about other cultures, because I haven't specifically talked to any other cultures about this particular question. So now I am going to ask about this particular question. But I know for sure in my culture, in the brown folks, hey y'all, in the brown folks, that a lot of us, or a lot of our family, or our parents, generations down, they didn't ask us how they could be better parents. They just parented, and they did the best they knew how, and cussed us out or nah, and showed us things or nah, whatever they did, but they ain't really ask us. There are a few people that did. I know I ain't say everybody ain't asked. I'm just saying I ain't got 10 families I can say they asked. I'm saying, did your family ask you? If you're watching this video right now, leave a comment below. Did your family ask you? Did they ask you how they could be better guardians of you, mothers, fathers, grandparents, uncles, whoever it was that was raising you? Did they ask you that? And if they would have asked you that, would you have been appreciative? Would you have had feedback? Would you have had, speaking of my mini-me, would you have had something to give them, So, again, I say all that to say, be great on a Saturday, okay? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I was just talking about you, baby. Can I ask you a question? Because I was about to text you. Let me just ask her. She on here. So, what was my question? Oh, the question for my baby, because she up in this thing. When I started having you write those letters, and I would ask you how I was doing as a parent, and I wanted to know how I was doing as a parent, do you hate, I know I got a question first though. How do you feel about those letters? Did those letters, did you Was it good? Was it good that I did ask you how I was doing as a parent? That's my question. Did that benefit you in any way? Was that a good thing that I was asking you, like making you write the letter to ask you those kind of questions? I'm in a group with some people and, I just want to get some feedback. And I was about to call you. And I did call you, actually, because I wanted to know. I told them I was going to call you. I wanted to know. So, answer the question before I log off and call you back. You appreciate them now. But at the time, you hated it. Did you hate that I was asking you how I could be a better parent? It helped that I was asking you that. Did you just say you hated it? Why you hated it? Because you had to write the letter? Because you had to actually write? Is that why you hated it? See what I'm saying? Kids don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. But she gonna tell me it worked. It helped. It was good for her. See, they don't know nothing. You just tell them and make them do stuff. They don't know no better. Anyway, y'all, I hope you guys learned something for this video. I thought it was good information, and I saw where the brother was going when he made the video. When he made the post, he was basically trying to help us out as a people, because more people do not. Like I said, I'm gonna ask now for the next couple of weeks. Like, do you ask your kids if you could be how you could be a better parent or not? Like, I'm gonna start asking in the next couple of days. Random people and stuff like that. But as of now, I think this is a good suggestion. This is good advice. My daughter is in the comments below. So anybody who's wondering, like, did it work? It did. Like I said, every time you ask, you're going to be nervous. They can, but you're not you wouldn't be that kind, honey. Did you Google it? You're stupid. I hate you right now. You're interrupting me. I'm busy. So yeah, the long of the short is, I think this is a good, and it also will build a bond with you and your children, because you'll start talking to your kids and they'll talk to you more, because they'll be like, oh, my mama care. They won't say, oh, my mama care, but then they know, because a lot of parents don't talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of parents don't talk, but then that gives you more of a bond, more of a relationship with your kid. It's like I said, I started my daughter at 7. I just wanted her to learn how to write a letter, but I started asking. I kid you not, my stomach was like this every single time I asked her. Every time I would ask my daughter, like, so how am I doing this? Like, I would repeat the letter. Like, she knew this was the same letter every time. I said every time I do it the same way. I need you to do that letter today. Let me know how school was this week, how you doing. And listen to me hesitating. How could I be a better parent if I need to be better parent? Look at me whispering like you to lower your tone. How can I be a better parent if I could be a better parent? Because I don't know if I'm a good parent or not. I just need to know. And then the letter come, and I done put the letter to the side because I don't even want to read it yet. I ain't even. Mama, you got a letter. You got a letter to me. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Because I'm nervous every time, because I don't know what she's gonna say. I don't know what she's gonna say, but I want to know what she's gonna say. So every time I would read the letter, like I said, my heart would drop. It would just hit the floor. But I was always reassured by her letters that it was pretty good. I was good as a parent, except for that time when she said I needed to start cooking again. That was the one I got that was a bad letter. I think I had 2 bad letters. The very last one, which was like, and then the one at 12. But again, I hope you guys learned something from this. Inez, hey sis. We don't think about it. We ask our husbands how we could be better. I don't got a husband, but y'all be asking y'all husbands, y'all wives, y'all girlfriends, y'all boos, y'all friends, your colleagues, the people at work. They do evaluations on you to tell you how you could be better. If you don't, because I'll ask my boss, hey, I'm good. Could I be better? What could I do? Let me know what's up. Let me know. Hey, come in earlier, or I'm cool at 8:15 for the 8 o'clock shit. What's up? All right. You just never know, y'all. You just never, ever know. And you'll be surprised what your kids tell you. You will really be surprised. When I look back, I kept most of those letters, and when I look back, I have to say, damn, I'm proud of myself. I was 16 and pregnant with a baby. And the letters reflected that she was letting me know from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 them that I was a good mom, and I was doing my job, and what she could change and what she didn't change. So I hope you learned something in this video, y'all. I just started going on at the end, but it's in here. Y'all know what's up. Follow me, y'all, on everything. Sin City Heat with Kat, y'all. That's WKAT. On everything: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, WordPress, all of that. Also listen to The Morning Wood on Hot 702.5 FM, because that's where I'm at with my team or whatever. And we are on Monday. Well, I'm on Monday with my co-host Geraldine. And this probably might come up in the topics on Monday. So I hope you guys learned something. Tell a friend, share this with a friend, leave your comments. Actually, when you ask your kid what you could do better, come and leave a comment on this post so other people can see. And tell us what you said. If you're comfortable with, tell us what they said. If you're comfortable with sharing what they said about you. Parents need to know this is okay. And your kids need to know this is okay. And I got to get dressed because I got to do stuff that I do on the COVID Saturday.